A lovely and warm welcome. It's now time for the news on Hope Channel Zambia, television that changes lives. Let's take a look at stories making headlines in our news today. ZMP President Kelvin Walyafube claims he left the UPND alliance because of President Hichilema's habit of shifting responsibilities to others. Vera Chuluba School has received 100 desks, all funded by Constituency Development Funds, CDF. In agriculture news, dairy farmers in Monze on course with processing raw milk into finished products. Farmers in Sioma district of Western Province have welcomed the move to deposit their contribution for FISIP via mobile money. And in religious news, Northern Zambia Union Conference Family Life Director has appealed to church members to spare time for this week's Family Life Week of Prayer. These stories plus more coming up shortly. Do stay with us.
My wife, bumper harvest. Eh?
Daddy,
I'm telling you.
your new fertilizer. Niamini.
Eh?
Iye daddy
Tell you.
Hello. My instructions. Ya kunkabuno bwino mwamene.
I went to ETG, and now we are enjoying the benefits of using a blended D-compound fertilizer as basil and Kinoplus as top dressing fertilizer instead of urea that we used last year. Now look here. This year, it has given me 4 tons. 4 tons. But last year, it was only 1.8 tons. Kinoplus has given all my crops the nitrogen that I paid for. Wow. It has saved me money. Telling you.
Understanding the difference between soil and crop-specific fertilizers, therein lies strength for Kinoplus blended fertilizers. More value in a bag. Available in the ETG depots countrywide, with a network providing agronomy services to farmers across the country. Kinoplus. Enhanced efficiency through innovation. A product of ETG.
To spare time for the Family Life Week. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bright SINKOZI with the details, and sign language is SHARON. AKUFUNA, the details. Opposition Zambia Must Prosper ZMP President Kelvin Walyafube, affectionately referred to by many as KBF, has responded to questions alleging that he is fighting Republican President Hakainde Hichilema when he was part of the alliance that saw UPND emerge victorious in the 2021 general elections. Mr. Fube has alleged that President Hichilema lacks vision for the country, takes no advice from experienced people like former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu or any other senior government persons, but rather gives them lectures. He said President Hichilema also likes to shift responsibility to others, the case scenario being the debt restructuring, which he believes the president has shifted responsibility to the next generation. Mr. Fube said that President Hichilema takes credit where others have worked, referring to the Kazungula Bridge project, when in actual sense it was a PF-led government's achievement. He said those are some of the reasons he decided to leave the UPND alliance. The opposition leader further said he supported the UPND only because he didn't want to seem tribal or the people of Zambia to cry of not having given President Hichilema a chance to govern. The report follows.
Opposition Zambia Must Prosper Party President Kelvin Walyafube has called on the 2.8 million Zambians to stand with him in asking His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema to resign from his position as the Republican President.
Today, however, just like the 2.8 million other Zambians who voted for Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND, we are here to officially withdraw our support of the UPND and the vote that we gave them. For these and other reasons that we are going to give when we launch our manifesto very soon, we as Zambians must begin to stand together and begin to ask for this government to resign and leave us alone.
Mr. Walyafube said he was convinced by President Hakainde Hichilema into joining hands to form an alliance, which Mr. Fube did because he did not want to seem tribal or be blamed for not giving President HH a chance to govern.
Me, I am a Bemba man. Hakainde Hichilema comes from the southern province. I come from the northern province, or Muchinga. I didn't want you as journalists to misjudge me like others did. I'm not a tribalist. Me, I look at what you are offering. I didn't want anybody to think Northerners cannot support this man. I didn't want you or any of the Zambians to be fooled that if we didn't give him an opportunity, you would be crying and declaring that, if only they had given Hakainde that chance. We have given him the chance.
Mr. Kelvin Walyafube, in response to why he is now against the UPND, when while in opposition, he supported the party and formed an alliance that led to the UPND forming government. He decided to distance himself from the party because President Hichilema takes no advice. He shifts responsibility and takes other people's credit.
He takes credit where it is not due to him. That's his MO. You heard him sing praise about himself and his government over the Kazungula Bridge, which he never commissioned. He likes shifting responsibility to others. So when you talk about debt restructuring, he's shifting responsibility to your children and your children's children because he doesn't want to pay that debt. Hakainde Hichilema never gets advice from anybody, even where it is necessary. We've got one surviving former president in the name of Edgar Chagwalungu, sitting in Ibex Hill, who has run this country for 7 years. And Hakainde Hichilema doesn't want to go and consult him over some of the problems that you and me are facing. Why can't he take advice? Because I know the people surrounding him. He can never take advice from those people. He wants to lecture them.
Further, Mr. Kelvin Walyafube sent a sound warning to Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha and Justice Minister Mulambo Haimbe to address some illegalities in the New Dawn government.
Sound a warning to the office of the Attorney General, a very dear friend of mine again, Mr. Mulilo Kabesha. We sat in the same law school, same class. I am asking you to reconsider these conversations which are being proposed for the so-called treason cases. The Solicitor General, including the Minister of Legal Affairs or Minister of Justice, why these conversations are going on. This is government money, taxpayers' money. There is no legal justification. This is lawfare. We must stop these illegal acts. This is a very poor country, and we cannot be paying our friends and paying ourselves simply because we were put in cells.
Reporting for Hope News, Rejoice Mukoma.
The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has set October 12, 2023 as election day for Katanda Ward in Dundumwezi constituency of Southern Province. Kalomo District Electoral Officer Lisa Mpasela disclosed that the nomination for the said by-election is scheduled to take place on September 7th, 2023 at Wongo Secondary School. Ms. Mpasela says the campaign period will run from September 8th, 2023 from 14 hours to October 11th, 2023 at 18 hours. She adds that the nomination fee for male candidates has been pegged at 600 kwacha, while for females, youth, and persons with disability is at 500 kwacha, respectively. And Kalomo District Voter Education Committee Chairperson Elizabeth Silozi Kawaza revealed that voter educators will be in Katanda Ward for 30 days starting from September 5th, 2023 to assist electorates with necessary information prior to elections day. Conflict Management Chairperson Apostle Lazarus Kawaza has urged electorates in Katanda Ward to maintain peace and order before, during, and after the by-elections. Katanda Ward fell vacant on 18th June 2023 after the resignation of the then Ward Councillor Maxley Kasusuli for personal reasons. Now, the Ministry of Education has handed over a total number of 100 desks to Verachiloba School, which were procured under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Education Minister Douglas Siagarima disclosed that the local authority, in conjunction with key stakeholders, are working tirelessly to ensure that there are enough desks in various schools in the city so as to help meet the high demand of learners. Meanwhile, Verachiloba Basic School Headmaster Annie Ziambo presented some of the challenges the school is faced with, among them not having a trained science technician, business teacher, and balanced pupil-teacher ratio, which currently is 48 teachers against over 2,800 pupils. Ms. Ziambo further said the school only has one mathematics teacher for all grades. Mebo Chitimbiti was there and brought us this report.
They are singing songs of joy after receiving 100 desks from Ministry of Education to mitigate the additional of over 3 million pupils who retained in schools after the pronouncement of free education. In adhering to the President's directive that no child should sit on the floor by December 2023, the Ministry of Education is doing anything possible to beat time. In delivering 100 desks to Verachiloba School, Minister of Education Mr. Douglas Kakalima has challenged the pupils to focus more on education, as where they come from does not matter.
It does not matter where you are coming from. Us, as teachers, are just looking for your brain. Bring your head here. You can leave your leg home. Bring your head here, so that these teachers will be of help to you. Among it yourselves, you will be able to run society as pupils and later on as students. This is why we are now calling upon yourselves. This is why we said for you to be comfortable in your classroom, we'll provide you with desks. Fortunately or unfortunately enough, we have seen an influx of children in school. But that to us is a good problem for us, because we have now taken the children who incidentally should not have been in school. They could have been in the street or just at home. And the day before yesterday, as I was saying, that we are now running closer to either 3 million or more than slightly 3 million children in school. So where were those children? Who could they have been in the next 20 years? As a country, as a society, we were breeding criminals actually.
And school headmaster Anis Yambo has outlined some of the challenges the school faces, among them no trained science teacher, no business teacher, and lack of enough teachers. The school only has 48 teachers against over 2,800 pupils.
These 48 teachers, lower section, sir, as I'm speaking, grade 1, there are 2 teachers handling double classes. grade 2, there are 3 teachers against 4 classes, meaning 1 teacher is handling 2 classes. That's the system up to grade 5. So we appreciate if teachers for lower section 4, 5, we appreciate. Then for upper section, mathematics department, there is only 1 qualified teacher for that department. At the moment, we are just getting teachers from primary to secondary, hence creating that sort. Science teachers, we don't have any qualified teachers for science. We are also depending on the teachers from this section. Business studies, not even 1. Again, it is try and error. We try this one. If this one will perform, we'll do like that. So that is the major challenge where teaching is concerned. So we are here requesting, sir, if you can look into our request.
The ministry has handed over 100 desks to Vera Chiluba in Munali constituency. Mebo Chitimbiti reporting for Hope News in Lusaka.
In health news, the Ministry of Health in Mansa district of Luapula province has launched round 3 of the oral polio vaccination exercise program after a report of polio was diagnosed in some parts of the country. Mansa District Health Director Dr. Kelvin Sinkala said that oral polio vaccination campaign will run for 4 days and that another 2 days has been allocated for mop-up exercise. Dr. Sinkala further encouraged parents and guardians to welcome health personnel at their homes as they will be conducting the vaccination to children from the age of 0 to 8 years. The launch of the oral polio vaccination campaign program was conducted in Chananda village in Mansa district of Luapula province.
Kanshi guest of honor ubulwele wa polio ubulwele bukali sana which affect pamafena central nervous system. Kanshi ukulanda kwa kali wali wafe musana kutwaleti la patient is better ubulwele tabakwa tamuti but kuhakisha prevent uchingililwa utiko waba iyi campaign tukoitangwaye ili ngitwa liberero bana ba under 5 guest of honor but muri campaign tulebo bana ba 0 to 8
ubuteko bweso bantu bwali tutemwa bamopene na mabachinazi nabekatana pamwa amaboko elyo nokwefwayo kwebati tuchingirire abana besu icho tulelomba kuba fyashi babana kusubinisha abana aba ukuthi bapoke uyu muti wa polio.
The work that was begun in 1988 when the whole world agreed that they would eradicate polio is still with us today, and Zambia, together with all the countries in the world, with the support of WHO, the Ministries of Health and other partners, have been implementing the strategies to ensure that polio is eradicated not only in Zambia but in Africa and the whole world as a whole.
Kashavana kufuma pari 0 kufika na pa 8 years tufire twala for polio vaccination.
I wish to admonish all our health workers who are tasked with the responsibility of providing health services to our children to pay particular attention to ensuring that the children are adequately protected from communicable childhood illness through effective immunization and effectively communicating with parents and guardians on the importance of following the immunization schedule for the children.
Please allow us to give your children the vaccines, for it is very important. It is preventing our children from having polio.
as a responsible citizen, uncle, dad, or mom, take your children to the health personnel so that they can get their vaccination. It's for their safety and their prevention. Wamiromba mu bafyashi bonse, mwebekele mu mishisho onse, mu kitungu kya Lwapula, mu kitungu kya Mansa, na monse fye, lete nyaba na mukunwa polio.
Just now, let's take a break. We have more stories on the other side. Do stay with us.
Change your water and change your life. Kanjin Water Zambia Limited brings to you microclasses highly alkaline water with the benefits of immunosystem booster, disease combating, and many more. For more information, dial the number 0976-096670. We are located in all around the country, Zambia. Change your water and change your life. Change your water and change your Kanjin water. Kanjin Water. Change your water, change your life.
There is nothing quite like the thrill of catching your own fish. And at Papino Investments, we bring that experience to you. Papino Investments, the home of live fish, has everything you need to make your meals unforgettable.
It has a different taste. And that is why I enjoy coming to this place.
From live fish that you can catch for yourself to smoked fish, just chickens and beef, we have a wide range of products that will satisfy your shopping needs. And if you're looking for something else, we have a wide range of groceries to choose from, including Hope Channel decorders. At Papino Investments, payment is easy. You can pay with cash or use our mobile money services. Visit us today at Robert's Fish and Veggies Building, Chilenge Market, Lusaka, or call us at 0955 108708 or 0976 543822 or 0965 691909. Papino Investments, the home of live fish.
And now for the rest of the news, and we set off with some agriculture news. The Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society has accelerated value addition of processing raw milk into yogurt, lacto and pasteurized milk in a bid to fetch higher prices for their dairy products. Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society chairperson Geoffrey Munkombwe says his dairy society currently processes 400 liters of raw milk per week into various value-added products. Mr. Munkombwe observed that the Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society received a grant of 2 refrigerators from the German Agence for International Cooperation, GIZ, supported Green Innovation Centers for the Agriculture and Food Security Project to easy operations. He said the cooperative has seen a great rise on raw milk production across the past 2 years, in which it collected 800,190 liters in 2021 to 1,001,096 liters in 2022, respectively. This came to light when Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, Dr. Anna Songolo, Southern Province Permanent Secretary, Dr. Naman Monze, and German Deputy Head of Development Corporation, Christine Otto, toured the dairy cooperative facility in Monze district of Southern Province. Nice has more in this report.
The Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society has accelerated value addition of processing raw milk into yogurt, lacto and pasteurized milk in a bid to fetch higher prices for their products. Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society chairperson Geoffrey Munkombwe says his dairy society currently processes 400 liters of raw milk per week. Mr. Mkombwe observed that the Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society received a grant of 2 refrigerators from the German Agency for International Cooperation, supported green innovation centers for the agriculture and food security project to easy operations.
We process raw milk into yogurt, lacto, and pasteurized milk. We currently process 400 liters of raw milk per week.
Gift Kamanga is an accountant with the Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society.
Processing plant that we received as a grant from the Green Innovation Center. Yeah, so this is the milk pasteurizer, and then this is the packaging machine.
And Southern Province Permanent Secretary Dr. Namani Monze implored the cooperative to apply for funds from the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission to purchase a homogenizer and other equipment.
You write an application to CEC for a homogenizer and whatever you want, so that maybe we can support this cooperative to move from this level.
Reporting, Lawrence Kabutu in Monze, Southern Province.
As for the Agriculture and Food Security Project, has supported the Provincial Veterinary and Diagnostic Laboratory in Choma with milk testing equipment and other materials. German Embassy Deputy Head of Development Corporation, Christine Otto, says the donated equipment is aimed at reducing the milk losses due to poor milk quality. Ms. Otto further notes that the project is also supporting the transportation for the laboratory materials using the recently donated ambulatory vehicle to the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock. And Provincial Veterinary and Diagnostic Laboratory Assistant Lab Technician Tandiwe Mudenda says her laboratory is an independent lab where farmers take the milk for determination of the grade when selling to various off-takers. Mrs. Mudenda observed that all milk samples from dairy farmers in Southern Province can be tested at the lab as it is fully equipped with the support of the GIC project.
Green Innovation Centers for the Agriculture and Food Security Project has supported the Provincial Veterinary and Diagnostic Laboratory in Choma with milk testing equipment and materials. German Embassy Deputy Head of Development Corporation, Christine Otto, says the donated equipment is aimed at reducing the milk losses due to poor milk quality. Ms. Otto further notes that the project is also supporting the transportation for the laboratory materials using the recently donated ambulatory vehicle to the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock.
To reduce milk losses due to poor quality, the project has been working closely with the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock in Southern Province. The project supported the Provincial Veterinary and Diagnostic Laboratory in Choma with milk testing equipment and materials.
And Provincial Veterinary and Diagnostic Laboratory Assistant Lab Technician Tandiwe Mdenda says her laboratory is an independent lab where farmers take the milk for determination of the grade when selling to various off-takers.
So now that they have an independent laboratory, they are able to see for themselves what is the content of my milk.
Meanwhile, Choma Savings and Credit Cooperative Manager Lendi Mdenda says her cooperative has a membership of 2,700, comprising also dairy farmers, to enable them have access to loans.
The loan portfolio is at 1 million. Then on the saving part, we are close to 800 every month.
Reporting, Lawrence Kabutu in Choma, Southern Province.
Now, authorities in Zimba district have disclosed that the district has received 23,700 by 50 kilogram bags of Beso dressing fertilizer, representing 100% of the allocation to the district. Zimba District Commissioner Robson Mulamfu confirmed the development to the National Agriculture Information Services in Zimba. Mr. Mulamfu says the Ministry of Agriculture in the district has put all formalities in place and is well prepared to commence the distribution program as 7,900 beneficiaries have already been selected. And Zimba District Agricultural Coordinator Alfred Sianjase says physical verification of beneficiaries and District Agricultural Committee sensitization meetings have been carried out in the district. Lawrence Kabutu once again gives us details in this report.
Authorities in Zimba District have disclosed that the district has received 23,700 by 50 kilogram bags of basal dressing fertilizer, representing 100% of the allocation to the district. Zimba District Commissioner Robson Mlamfu confirmed the development to the National Agriculture Information Services in Zimba. Mr. Mlamfu says the Ministry of Agriculture in the district has put all formalities in place and is well prepared to commence the distribution program, as 7,900 beneficiaries have already been selected.
The total number of bags received in terms of D compound is 23,700. In terms of fertilizers distribution, we have received 100% D compound.
And Zimba District Agriculture Coordinator Alfred Sianjase said the District Agriculture Committee has already shared the number of input packs for the 2023-2024 season to all the 19 beneficiary agricultural camps in the district.
First step was for us to hold the DAC meeting where we shared the packs to all the 19 camps. And during this meeting, we deliberately involved a number of stakeholders.
Meanwhile, Zimba Senior Agricultural Officer Bethel Mwemba says verification of individual beneficiary farmers has been completed to ensure that ghost farmers are weeded out of the beneficiary lists from various camps.
Going to all the camps and verifying the individual farmers who are on the beneficiary list to ensure that we get rid of all ghost farmers that might be on the list.
Reporting, Lawrence Kabutu in Zimba, Southern Province.
And finally, in agriculture news, farmers in Sioma district of Western Province have applauded government's move to enable them use mobile money services to deposit their 400 kwacha contribution under the Farmer Input Support Program, FISIP. Speaking in an interview with Nais, the District Agriculture Committee Chairperson Kashweka Lumbala said that farmers are happy that they will no longer need to travel long distances to make their deposits, as this will help them save on transport expenses. Meanwhile, the Acting District Development Marketing Officer for Sioma, Malan Manda, during a staff sensitization meeting, confirmed that the district has received the D compound fertilizer for this year's farming season.
The Ministry of Agriculture conducted a staff sensitization meeting under the Farmer Input Support Program FISIP in readiness for the 2023-2024 farming season. Mr. Malan Manda, who is the Acting District Development Marketing Officer, noted that the meeting focused on making the officers understand the new FISIP guidelines to enable them to pass on the information to the farmers.
At the staff sensitization meeting, where we are trying to inform the staffs, especially the camp officers, on the changes that we are implementing in this farming season, which is 2023-2024. And the meeting was successful, and we had a very good interaction with the camp officers, and most of the changes that we are implementing, they have been well understood by the camp officers, which they also need to inform the farmers.
Part of the new guidelines is that the farmers can now deposit their 400 kwacha contributions using mobile money services. Sioma is a rural area without banks, and this has led to farmers traveling out of the district to make their deposits. However, the mobile money services initiative has been appreciated by the farmers, as this will help them save money from transport expenses.
I'm really happy for the move which has been taken by the government. Those people who are benefiting from FISIP, that they will be depositing their own money in using Airtel money. So the people, most of the farmers, or all the farmers, they have appreciated, and it was a very good move to farmers to deposit their own money, because previously some used the transportation to go to the banks, which was it was a problem. But now the transport costs is now out. So the farmers have really appreciated.
Mr. Manda further clarified that the district received bags of decompound fertilizers on the 20th of June 2023.
So far, the district, we have received the decompounds, which came on the 20th June. It came on 19th, but 20th is the day when they offloaded and they start here. So on the decompound, we are set. Maybe we are just remaining with the urea and the maize seed and other option parts.
With climate change influencing sporadic weather patterns, government has made it an objective that the farming inputs under FISIP are delivered on time to the farmers. Ndopu Sendoi reporting.
And finally, we take our focus to religious matters, where Northern Zambia Union Conference Ministerial and Family Life Director, Pastor Brighton Mwenya, has extended an invitation to church members to attend the Family Togetherness Week of Prayer currently running in most congregations. The Week of Prayer, which set off on Sunday, 3rd September 2023, will run up to Saturday, 9th of September 2023. Speaking to Hope News in Kitwe, Pastor Mwenya said, in a world filled with overwhelming anxiety, depression, and emotional unrest, it is important that believers know the keys to a balance in mental health. Pastor Mwenya said, in as much as people are tired from camp meeting activities, families should spare some time and attend the lectures for the well-being of their own mental health. He adds that the resources provided by the General Conference do not have age limits and that anyone from the young to the old can attend.
Welcome, viewers, to a week that is focused on mental health. And these are lectures or lessons prepared just for the generation like ours. You know, in a society that is overwhelmed with depression, emotional unrest, this is a great week because it focuses on issues that affects all people, young, old, and in the entire family. Mental health is an issue that is affecting all people across culture and races. And that's why the GC has a thought of focusing on these issues this week. And we are inviting you to attend and at least get this information from our preachers in all churches in this great week of mental health. It began yesterday. It will continue today. I know some of you have the excuses of just coming from the camp meetings. And you might say, we are tired. Yes, I agree with you, you might be tired. But you need these lectures for the well-being of your mental health.
Well, that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, let's recap on stories that made headlines. ZMP President Kelvin Wadiafube claims that he left the UPND alliance because of President Hichilema's habit of shifting responsibilities to others. Vera Chiloba School has received 100 school desks, all funded by the Constituents Development Fund's CDF. Monze Dairy Farmers Cooperative on course with processing raw milk into finished products. Farmers in Sioma district have welcomed the move to deposit FISIP contribution via mobile money transactions. And Northern Zambia Union Conference Family Life Director has called on church members to spare time and attend the Family Life Week of Prayer currently taking place. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Bright SINKOZI on behalf of the entire studio and production team, not forgetting our correspondents across the country. SHARON AKUFUNA has been our sign language interpreter. Until then, God bless and thank you for your time.
Change your water and change your life. Kanjin Water Zambia Limited brings to you microclasses highly alkaline water with the benefits of immunosystem booster, disease combating, and many more. For more information, dial the number 0976-096670. We are located in all around the country, Zambia. Change your water and change your life. Change your water and change your Kanjin water. Kanjin Water, change your water, change your life.
This is Banda, a hardworking man, husband and a father. He doesn't seem to be patient and can't wait to knock off. Wait a minute. Oh yes, it looks like he's rushing home to watch his favorite show on TV. But then, he's running late. What does he do? Hold on, Banda. Did you know that you can still watch your favorite shows from anywhere, anytime? Yes! Just download the StarTimes own app from Google Play or Apple Store, then register. You can link your DTT or DTH decoder to up to 3 devices by entering your smart card number and the last 6 digits of your decoder serial number. Then voila! You're good to go. You can also pay for your subscription, change your preferred bouquet and other self-services on the app. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Topstar. Enjoy digital life.
Welcome to Hope Sabbath School, an in-depth, interactive study of the Word of God. We are coming towards the end of an inspired letter that the Apostle Paul wrote to Christians in Ephesus, exploring Ephesians. Our topic today, supreme loyalty to Christ, dealing with a lot of different relationships, but a principle that will guide us in everything we do. So welcome to Hope Sabbath School, and welcome to the team. Good to be together again, learning some practical things about being saved by grace and then growing in grace and knowledge of our Lord and Savior. We're glad you're here. We've got some remote team members joining us. Rodney, good to see you again. Always glad you're here. Oh, Glennie, welcome back. And Glennie, just hold a second before we go to the next person, because Glennie is the lead vocalist on our theme song we're going to be singing today. Glennie, thank you for doing that. And we've got one more.